How's everybody doing? So watching The Exorcist, I was like, well, surely they're going to have some Trump stuff. And it took a while. I was like, well, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, I showed y'all weeks ago when I plugged it in, and it took me till I'm off for these 9 days. As a school teacher, they give us this week off. So I went ahead and finished The Exorcist. I got to tell you, man, I got creeped out. I think when you're hopefully in the spirit, that when you see things that are very spiritual, like that demonic possession taking place, I don't know, just goosebumps shot all through my body when that was taking place. I don't remember it affecting me quite like that, but it was very uncomfortable watching the movie in those certain possession scenes. But we all know that 88 means Trump in gematria. And gematria is the language that they use. That's the language that they use. If you're new to the channel, or if you're new to any of this, 88 means Trump. You had to go 88 miles per hour in Back to the Future. And the car tag said, out of time. Okay. So, and we're going to get to y'all's comments. Michael's got a lot of good stuff there. So do others. Also, we had the wrong name. It did not actually say Donald J. Trump. So we're going to look at the breakdown of the gematria on that. A lot to go over today, actually. And then I started watching the movie Rudy, because remember, Rudy Giuliani and Rudy wore 45 for the 45th president. And Michael broke some of that down gematria-wise. But you're not going to believe it. The same guy that played the priest in The Exorcist plays Era Parsegian in Rudy. Now, this has happened to me before, where I'll watch a movie and then I'm randomly watch the next movie and there'll be a connecting actor. I was just astounded because this guy's done nothing. He's hardly in any movies, but just whatever the Lord had for me picked out, the guy that played Era Parsegian, hang on just a second. Well, I could just do it like this. Rudy, IMBG. I'm sorry, IMDb. Duh. Full cast and crew, I should have clicked. So when you go to the cast, oh brother, that's right. They didn't have theirs. It took me a long time to find them because they didn't have them. Hang on, let me pause for you. Okay, so it's Era Parsegian, played by Jason Miller in the movie Rudy. Well, when you click his site, there's the Exorcist trailer right there because he's the priest. And there's his credits. He was in The Exorcist, Rudy. Just crazy that those are two movies I've watched back to back, and I'm just 1/3 of the way through Rudy. So we'll finish it up, but I'm going to show y'all some interesting items from The Exorcist. We all know that 88 means Trump in gematria, and that he is the fake Jesus Christ. He is the Antichrist. He will come risen from the dead. He must receive a deadly wound. He must die and seem to become resurrected. That's why all will want the mark. God will send them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. This is your last evolutionary phase to godhood. The same original lie in the Garden of Eden. 88 means Trump. Trump will be the fake Jesus Christ. This is the mother of Reagan. Now, the daughter's name is Reagan. Reagan gets possessed because Trump gets possessed. Reagan, remember, was the president that Trump was wearing when he was robbing the banks. And we saw him on the shore of the movie Point Break, that he was Batman wearing the cape. He was the beast out of the sea, and he went into the sea at the end of the movie to go through his transformation. And Keanu Reeves threw away his badge when he let him go to go do so. See previous videos. If y'all want me to show you that, I will. So here we go.
You're sorry, Jesus Christ, 88 doctors and I. You're sorry, Jesus Christ, 88.
Goes from saying Jesus Christ to 88 without a breath. Jesus Christ, 88. Jesus Christ, 88. Jesus Christ, 88. Donald Trump is Jesus Christ. Trump is 88.
Doctors and I. You're sorry, Jesus Christ, 88 doctors and I.
So, blah, 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 blah. So Swayze with the golden hair with the 88 over him. Reagan got possessed in The Exorcist. Her name was Reagan. Doesn't have to be spelled the same. We showed y'all the shark scene, the shark fins in Point Break, and then showed them how they pop up in iPet Goat. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it again. One here. Do it again. Rewind it and do it again. And then stop it at the right time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go back. There you go. So, and then we showed you the beast out of the sea. Reagan. Point Break. There he is with his Batman cape. He is Batman. Same way the Batman movie was shot and all that darkness, the Dark Knight. The beast out of the sea. And there's his Reagan mask. And then, of course, he goes into the sea to die. Well, to go through his transformation. Because Trump is the beast out of the sea. All right, next from The Exorcist. I hope they're all as good as that one. Well, this is just that it was Georgetown, and that's a Jesuit university. And Trump, of course, attended a Jesuit university and sent all but one child to a Jesuit university. They all attended Georgetown University. So that's what the priest was representing, the Jesuits, which of course is what Trump is. He is a secret society member because they have two branches, Scottish Rite and York Rite. Trump is Scottish from his mom's side. His mom is Scottish, born in Scotland, the MacLeod clan. We did a video on that, how the whole movie, oh God, what was the name of that movie? Hang on just a second. I'm sorry. The Highlander. It was all about the MacLeod clan. And what did he have? He couldn't die. He had eternal life. He was a MacLeod. Sean Connery, of course, was in that. James Bond. So they double up and equate everything. Everything matches everything. That's the beauty of everything that they do. It's everything's done perfectly so we can recognize it. Now, this one here you're going to love just as much as the other one. You'll love this one as much as any of them. Ready?
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth. Napoleon, Alexander the Great,
Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth. Remember that?
Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth, and that cloth is very, very large.
Napoleon. And we've shown y'all many times, but you might be new to the channel. So I hate boring the rest of y'all with it. Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump, all cut from the same cloth. Go to Revelation 17. I think it's 17:8. And then definitely 10 and 11. The beast that was and is not and yet is, and even he is the eighth and is of the seven. And it also speaks of 5 are fallen because Nebuchadnezzar was not fallen. He was a sheep. So the 5 that are fallen, of course, one of them is Napoleon, and he is cut from the same cloth. Now watch this from The Exorcist. You're going to love this. You're just going to love it. Let's see if you love it as much as I did. It gets better.
The demon, she says she's the devil himself. Now, if you've seen as many psychotics as I have, you realize that's the same thing as saying you're Napoleon Bonaparte.
It gets better.
The demon, she says she's the devil himself. Now, if you've seen as many psychotics as I have, you realize that's the same thing as saying you're Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon. It gets better.
The demon, she says she's the devil himself. Now, if you've seen as many psychotics as I have, you realize that's the same thing as saying you're Napoleon Bonaparte.
So, what is it telling you? That Satan, of course, was possessed spiritually in all of these and was in Nebuchadnezzar until the Lord called Nebuchadnezzar. And that is detailed in Daniel 4. I highly suggest you read Daniel 1 through 4. You should read all of Daniel. But don't worry, on my T. Stokes Daily Bible Studies, we're about to start Daniel in about 3 days. But pre-read it for yourself. Interesting, right? Let's keep going. Napoleon Alexander. Ugh. Let's see if the last one's as good. I can't remember. Ooh, mixing lies with the truth. Devil. This is what they do on their propaganda. In their propaganda world, and I've always told you, please be aware of these YouTube channels that have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They tell you the truth, but they also take you down a wrong road. They might seem like the most genuine person you've ever met in your life. Just beware. There's a few that I trust. I shouldn't be trusting them either. Like Jamie from Louisiana said, always got my eyes peeled. You're always watching. You're always waiting for them to make a mistake. So mixing lies with the truth. That's how Alex Jones sucked me in to thinking Trump might be legitimate, because I followed Alex Jones because in 2016, I was still stupid. Alex Jones told a lot of truth in the conspiracy theory world. So he got you sucked in. And then he brought you Donald Trump and told you to trust him.
Especially important is the warning to avoid conversations with a demon.
So I got to be very careful with this, because this is straight from a movie, and it's got a copyright strike on the private video. I've only gone 5 seconds, so I think I'm okay here. Especially important is the warning to avoid conversations with a demon. What is the demon? The demon's in everything. The ghost in the machine. It's in your television. It's your artificial intelligence. But right now, if you Google something, it does have to tell you the truth, because it has to abide by our laws here. at least until the abyss is opened. But if you're watching the news, you're dealing with a demon. Most of these YouTube channels, you're dealing with a demon. If you are not the Lord's sheep, then by proxy, ye are of your father the devil. If you're of your father the devil, then yes, you are of the demonic realm from the day you're born. Isn't that freaky? But it's true. We may ask what is relevant. Anything beyond that is dangerous. I'll give you the feel of the movie after we read it. He's a liar. The demon is a liar. Most of your YouTube channels are liars. Your media is a liar. He will lie to confuse us. Again, this is your media or your YouTube channels. But he will also mix lies with the truth. That is what they do. How do you think this QAnon cult got started? Well, it told you tons of truths, but then it equated it all to the Dems and the left. That's when they took you down that wrong road. And if you're of your father the devil, you fell for it. That was the pack that you were going to be involved in. See, Satan's going to line you up in one pack or another. You might be in the QAnon cult. You might be a liberal Democrat, Rainbow Coalition, a Nazi, whatever. You're going to be in a group, though. You're going to be his. Mixing lies with the truth to attack us. The attack is psychological and powerful. Oh, like we don't see that. This QAnon cold, right? So don't listen. So when I heard that, I knew exactly what it was talking about. And now you do too, right?
Especially important is the
Commentary.
warning to avoid conversations with a demon.
Commentary. It's amazing how other YouTube sites like Angel White and others or Shaking My Head Productions, they could show you this all day long. They'd never get a cut. The video would never be removed or nothing. Commentary.
We may ask what is relevant, but anything
Commentary.
beyond that is dangerous. He's a liar.
Commentary.
The demon is a liar.
Commentary.
He would like to confuse us.
Commentary.
But
He will also what, sir?
mix lies with the truth
Mix lies with the truth
to attack us.
to attack you. Well, who's he attacking? Lost sheep fall for these attacks. Like when I was lost listening to Alex Jones, I still believed in free will back then too. What a coinkydink. The attack is psychological, so you get the idea. So those are the 4 videos that I thought were relevant from The Exorcist. I'm now into Rudy. I don't have anything there yet. Let's go through some items. We did the Joe Blow yesterday, the credit card. Didn't come through. Did not come through those pictures. Well, I'll be Reagan, the girl's name. Exorcist already did that. Sleepy Joe. That didn't come through either. Hang on just a second. All right, I want to go to my cell phone, and it says Donald J. DRUM question mark. And you can tell it's a question mark when you blow it up. So let's go back to yesterday's video.
We have December 6th.
That's a question mark when I blew it up. See how it's a backward? Now, you could say that's a P, but you see that there's a space there? When I actually enlarged it even from that, it looked like a question mark. That's DOKALD. Who picked up on that? I can't remember. We'll get to it in a second. We'll read your comment. It's DOKALDJTRUM question mark. So we have to drop the question mark in gematria. Now we'll also do it with Trump also. DOKALDTRUM question mark. And when you look at it from a distance, you start to, I don't know. I sent it to me on email to blow up for y'all to show you, and it just, it wouldn't come through. Not even the Sleepy Joe one would. And Sleepy Joe in gematria did come to what? Kamala Harris. Sleepy Joe in gematria comes to Kamala Harris, spelled properly. Kamala. So I found that to be interesting. Notre Dame, by the way, means Our Lady. What does Notre Dame mean?
Our Lady. According to Wikipedia, Notre Dame is French for Our Lady and refers to the Blessed Virgin Mary, the patroness of the school.
And I did a screenshot of that and emailed it to me. It didn't come through. Folks, Notre Dame is Lucifer. Who do you think that's their lady? It's Mother Nature, the mother goddess, Satan as the female transgendered version. Yes, they gave you the 4 horsemen. Notre Dame, the 4 horsemen.
According to
And there they are. Well, there they are. Lucifer, the rider on the white horse. Well, his Antichrist is giving you what? He's going to be bringing you the Antichrist, war, famine, and death to 1/4 of the earth. Now, God's doing it through Satan. So you got to know that. You might not like that, but once you learn the truth, you learn to love it. So I don't know what to tell you. Sleepy Joe, Kamala Harris. Oh, it came through. How did that come through? Now the pictures are coming through. 88 doctors. Yeah, I took a picture of that. There's the Donald Trump. Do y'all see the question mark there? Let me see if I can click it and blow it up. If I blow it up, does it give me the ability to enlarge up here anywhere? See how that looks like a question mark? There's no space there. I mean, there's a space there. It should be white all the way through. I think. So we're going to gematria it both ways. DOKALD. And when we did, and when we do, Kamala Harris. Notre Dame is French for Our Lady. So I guess it takes it a while for them to load. Oh, I should be more patient. When we did DOKALD, J TRUM question mark, which is what I think it says. Now, I could be wrong. It came to Donald J. Drumpf. That's why I don't think I'm wrong. That's perfect. It's telling you that he is Don Drumpf, the one that comes to 666. The last name of Drumpf. Don Drumpf. It's the number of a man. 666, English gematria, which is where he rises, right here where we speak English. Anyway. What else? We can also look at, we can put DOK, Donald, Dockled, J. Trump. If I'm wrong about it being a question mark, you still get into the world. Not much, which is why I think it's the question mark. And I might have missed some things. Let's get into some of the comments, see what all I missed. It was Chuck. So thank you, Chuck, for bringing that to our attention. I would have never figured that out if you hadn't said that. Also says Doc Old J Trump, if that means anything. Well, we dropped the P, we put a question mark, which we think that's what it said, and it said Donald J. Drumpf, telling us his last name is really Drumpf, and Don Drumpf comes to 666. That is his surname. We've researched that many times. It changed in the 1600s, so he could also be here in his own name. Jesus said, I come in my Father's name, and you receive me not, but if one shall come in his own name, him he will receive. A trump is a horn is a trump, is a trumpet is a horn, and the little horn of Daniel 7 is the Antichrist. So he's literally here in his own name saying, I'm the Antichrist. My name's Donald Horn. My name's Donald Trump. So Drumpf and Trump both have biblical meanings, and he has both last names. Now, Michael has given us a lot of stuff. So let's get to that last. Not only what it says in 2 Thessalonians. Now, this goes back to my Trump AC, Michael, and other items, too, of importance, in my opinion. And not only does it say in 2 Thessalonians, but that Jesus is clear that the tares and the wheat are taken before, and that he will raise up on the last day, which is the last trump. All right. I think I know what they're saying. I'm not real sure. Because some people can take that and move it to pre-trib, but I think you understand it's post-trib. Jeff and Rachel. All right. And thank you, Amy Jo. Love you too. Both those videos there. Then Michael says, Comet Erasmus comes to Donald Trump dead and Kamala Diva Harris, or Debbie Harris, her full name. That's what Comet Erasmus comes to. Wow. Well, that's it. It runs through the end of November. So does that mean Trump's going to be dead at the end of November? It should. But they can fake us out with gematria like they faked us out with Donnie Darko and I Pet Goat, Day of the Dead, Halloween time. So they could be faking us out here too. I lean more toward the cold full moon at the end of the year and New Year's Eve because of the party horn that he's blowing out is only used at New Year's Eve. It's not used at the Day of the Dead and I Pet Goat. But again, could be wrong. It could be this coming full moon. which is a full moon in Gemini, and Trump is a Gemini. And the cold full moon is under the full moon of Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So either one would fit that, Trump being the moon child, because he was born under a full lunar eclipse, which happened to be full going over Egypt, which is what their world is all about. That's why you got a pyramid on the back of your dollar bill, silly. Rudy's name is Daniel Ruttinger. That comes to, remind me later, please. In 1 hour, yes. Daniel's real name is Daniel Ruttinger. That comes to Don John Trump. It also comes to Enough is Enough. Right, which is from the Illuminati card game, a card depicting Trump in the Illuminati card game. The Trump of God and New York City. So all of that. Thank you, Michael. So he's already way ahead of us because I haven't even really gotten into Rudy yet. But he's already knocking it out. The Apprentice in Hebrew gematria comes to Trump, melding both names. The Apprentice. The first level of that secret society that has Scottish Rite and York Rite is called Entered Apprentice. So, of course, he is of them. Trump did not go through the initiations. I'll find that for you in a minute, since I don't seem to have the short version. Here it is.
And now they're...
Well, he's a 33rd degree member, so he wouldn't lie to you, would he?
faced with a very real prospect of...
The real prospect of Donald Trump becoming a leader, becoming the leader of the party, and it absolutely drives them crazy. I'm reading the captions below there. You see how this is in captions? I don't want to get a copyright strike. Absolutely drives them crazy. They just cannot imagine sharing. Well, he's not part of the club, even though the club was made for him. Scottish Rite, York Rite. He's an outsider. He's not one of them. He's not part of the club. He's uncontrollable. Oh, yeah, sure he is. He's following the same script the Ghost in the Machine is writing for everybody else. He hasn't been through the initiation, right? He didn't belong to the secret society. Well, why is he telling you about a secret society? And I think that they don't see him. They have no idea.
He hasn't been through the initiation.
Commentary, laugh, giggle, commentary, giggle, laugh, laugh.
Right. So he didn't belong to the secret society.
Commentary, giggle, laugh, 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 slobber, slobber, laugh, snot coming out my nose, laugh.
And I think that they
Anyway. The Last Trump. The Apprentice also comes to Last Trump. Just plain Last Trump. Nice job, Michael. The Donald Trump Visa commercial is titled Windfall. Windfall comes to Mike Pence, riots, Horace. I tried to put riots and Horace together. Riots. Mike Pence, riots, and Horace. Is Michael the best or is Michael the best? I check Trump's published schedule on a daily basis. He has made no public appearance since Election Day. Today's schedule, once again, is that he has no public appearances scheduled. This and the rest all used in my latest. Thanks again, friend. I tell you what, love Michael's work. I depend on Michael. I don't like doing the gematria. It just takes too long. I'm lazy. So you see how I skim through it when I do it, and I might have missed stuff. So Michael, I know, does not miss stuff. He goes through every line carefully, judiciously. I think that's everything. We could hit Rudy through the other type of calculator. I already did, that's right. And it comes through the Pythagorean. Close. Rudy R comes at 32. Anyway, I think that's everything. Let me close everything out, make sure we've covered everything. And we've covered everything. All right, I love you very much.